hasn't publicly opened the meeting yet.
Okay, I was just wondering if it's.
No, that was me throwing out the question on my paperwork. Huh.
Because what happened was the board took and decided that maybe go either. And so I took it, said that the road agents was supposed to be a salary position, not an hourly position, because we voted on that back with Johnny Bassett.
Right, it was always a
A
salary.
salary position.
Right, right.
And somehow it got moved from a salary to an hourly, and it's like, how did that happen? Yeah, it was a town vote that took and made it salary.
So Diane will be here for the second.
Yes.
Is that six
Yeah.
o'clock?
Yeah, I've already talked to her.
Great.
Yeah.
Saturday we're going into
Hands are frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. All right, let's start the meeting. The minutes from September 7th. Make a motion to accept the minutes of September 7th, as written.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. So written. Sandy, you want to start off? said you had asked people to, on the committee to ask questions.
Oh, yes, that was a task, that was in that
Right.
September 7th list. Minutes rather, to come up with some questions that we had wanted to ask. And it may not apply to all departments,
No,
after
no.
I was scrutinizing the budgets, it may not apply to everyone, but just to come up with some questions about your thoughts, whatever you feel needs to be highlighted by a particular department or whatever. What else do you want? Okay.
Well, that's it, then. Nobody else has anything, we'll move along and bring Diane.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
A newbie, so please
Be gentle.
bear with me. No, I don't care if you're gentle or not, I can deal with it.
You're tougher than that.
God forbid after this last year here, yeah, you really can't do anything. So first I want to say the meeting with the selectmen, I was kind of thrown back. I left my paperwork yesterday, that day was really busy for me, so I hurried to get down here. And Heather misconstrued from our last meeting the budget. I talked to her, I talked to Jenny, I told Ethan, let them know at least. And Jenny did explain to me how the process works. Once don't worry about it, once I come here and we straighten it out, it'll be fine. Because I didn't know what to do. Because Heather misunderstood, we kind of voted. I pulled my minutes, pulled my notes, because I knew something wasn't right with the figures. And she misconstrued when we decided, I had said we're gonna flatline the budget, we're gonna leave it what it was last year. Because this year was we had nothing to go by this year. It was so rainy, we had no help. So we have a lot to go back to the taxpayers this year, and I don't have a problem with that. So the year before, I did pull what was used for wages, because I wanted a better breakdown. Everything going into wages really messed me up. So the big thing we had decided was we were going to do a breakdown on how we were going to do it. Well, she misinterpreted that when we said we're going to leave the budget like it was and thought the 11,000, whatever that was, 500 would stay in wages.
Okay.
That's not how we decided it. So tonight I want to clarify how we did vote and passed how it should be. And the biggie was we wanted line items, so I don't have to go down and have a breakdown of things, the fuel, the wages, the stuff that needs to be taken out of that, which everything was being thrown into it. So anyways, so I have that information, so it should go pretty quick. You guys can ask questions and I'll see what I can answer and can't. I will say this year's been tough between Heather's had a lot of personal family issues and stuff, and then the mess we've had to deal with within the trustees. So we're all kind of thankful for his help. Heather's completely new. Cindy's been not letting anybody do anything, so I basically am new now, even though it was my second year. So that's why I say just bear with me. So anyways, we're definitely just asking for the same budget we had last year. The only thing that we were going to do is, so we're leaving the custodian stipend is 500. And some of the stuff will be what we talked about, the selectmen's budget hearing. Miscellaneous will stay at 2,400,
So let's,
or you want to go back to,
well, equipment is the next line for
oh,
us.
you're looking at that, I was just looking at my notes. Sorry, Lonnie.
That's okay.
Yep, yes, that's going to
It's
stay
the same.
the same. Yeah, because we had no way to track that.
250, where do you cut from?
Oh, that was what the board said.
Supplies. Supplies was
Oh, I see.
250.
You're right on that.
Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute, so the board increased you to 500 the other night for equipment.
yeah, and I did ask Ed about that because I said, is that part of your statement, because I didn't know? And he said, no.
No,
So-
that's separate.
So one of two things, my thought there was, since we're there, was if we don't use that and our wages go over, we'll pull it out of equipment if we don't have to buy anything. Either that or that 500 comes off, and we pull equipment out of miscellaneous, and that 500 goes into wages.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but we really want to
You've
know,
got
if we have to buy a weed whacker
Right.
or a lawnmower,
Exactly.
we really want to know what that comes out of.
Okay. So just for your notes, the board increased it to 500.
Okay, and I didn't know that, so I'm glad you told me that.
Under equipment, they
Okay.
increased it to 500.
And I'm okay with that because we did talk about it, I had it in my notes here. So I had equipment, 500, so Heather must have said something, I don't know.
I think the board brought it up.
Leafed it.
Yeah, I think we leafed it, saying that 250 was.
Or maybe because I had gone over this with Sarah, probably that I wanted equipment on a line item now, okay. I was wondering where that came from, okay. So if that's all right, I'd like to leave that there. Fuel, we're gonna leave it 100, I went back 4 years. If we go over that, but even in the biggest years where we did a lot of mowing, we only did like $85. So with fuel, and that was with fuel at $3.50 a gallon, so I figured, we've got the miscellaneous, we have to. And then,
The wages,
yeah, and the remainder, when I figured this up, comes to $87.50, and that would be the wages.
87.50 for wages. The selectmen got 11.5.
Because that's what she misunderstood. When we
Oh, so
voted,
you want.
yes, she thought when we said we would leave the budget like it is, she thought we would leave wages as $11.50.
Okay, so 87.50 is.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the only thing I was a little worried about if we do have a good year, because we did raise the pay. So if we have a really good year, we may go over that, but we have miscellaneous at 2,400, so I don't see us going much over.
So I guess I have a question. What's under miscellaneous besides repairs of
If we-
mowers or?
So what we've been doing, if like the couple classes I went to, I paid for out of my pocket. So we thought training,
So training is included in this.
yeah, I had a few things written down.
So miscellaneous.
Cleaning supplies for stones and stuff like that. Cement, repair cement, that type of stuff for stones. The card for D&B that Ed uses for small things like trimmer string, little things of,
So just supplies.
yeah, basically.
But training is included in there too.
Yes, because that's something that even I, 2 things paid for out of my pocket, and I thought that was unrealistic to ask for that.
I know you had mentioned, Diane, at the meeting the other night that you were having difficulty getting help with the mowing and all.
And
Do you
we
advertise?
advertised, we did.
Yeah.
We did. And the big thing was, and I had to ask Ed because I didn't know, we were only paying like $11 an hour. And here we had people coming to apply that are grown men with families. And they're saying, I can't do this between gas prices and stuff. I just can't. Can you give me more? So we went up to, we figured, you know what? We'll start, if somebody comes in, until we see how they are, we can do like $13.50, and then I think we capped it, what, 15. So we figured if we got someone like Carl, he's reliable, he's good with the equipment, he takes care of everything, he puts everything back, his time sheets are done correctly, we can track what he does. If he was to stay, which we're hoping he does, then at least if we only get a handful of people and Ed gets bogged down, we can say to Carl, you know, hey, for $15, can you kind of get everybody to get their equipment and manage or do whatever, kind of like that, and pay that person 15. But right now, Carl's been getting 14. I looked back to see, and he seemed to be pretty happy with that, over $11.
The other thing
And he's done most of the mowing I went through, but this year, because of the rain and everything going on, he kind of had all he could do to keep up with Pine Grove. So we said, you know what, if we can keep one cemetery mowed, my preference would have been Grafton Center, but then fine, that one goes pretty quick for one thing, and he could keep up with it. So this year was kind of a wash, I mean.
Well, I'm glad that we've adjusted that wage figure because I did go back to look at 2022, which
Yep.
was probably a better year in terms of having
Exactly,
personnel. And that figure was at 7,200.
exactly.
So that gives the benefit of a little increase.
Yeah, and another
that
year
was
was just
suggested.
over 6,000, and we didn't start mowing until May, and we quit the 1st of October. So I'm thinking, you know, and the gas was lower the year I saw 6, but even like 2022, gas was still high. And I did the same, I went back and looked at 4 of the highest years I could find. So, but we also had 4 or 5 people in one of those years mowing here and there, so.
So what that.
So that should come out to give us that same 12,250. And the other thing I did have to ask, because I didn't know what the gross basis $1,000 was, I had no idea what that was. But it says it's for the perpetual care money, which we haven't worked on that yet. And it's gonna help me with that.
So,
But I have to get that information from the person who's been working on perpetual care stuff, so.
so just to recap,
Yeah.
your bottom line is, well, the grand total is 12,250.
Yeah.
The gross basis for 2023 was $1,000.
Yeah.
Total from taxation is 11,250.
Yeah, we'll keep it exactly the same.
Yeah, great, thank you for doing that.
And we'll just,
0%
And I'll
increase.
keep an eye on it and manage that as best I can. Like I said, this year, there was no way we were gonna manage this year. Just,
So do you want to make a motion to approve this budget?
Do we do it tonight? I thought we could take,
We're gonna-
think about it.
Right, we're gonna think about it.
Right, that's what we used to do.
Right, think about it, we'll come back later, because it's, you're gonna do a lot of budgets tonight, and there's,
Well,
so when you do that, do I come back?
no, we'll let you know after we decide. We'll give you the opportunity to come back and meet with the, should there be a question.
Okay, okay.
Because it's, some departments that are gonna be coming tonight, they're gonna need, could need adjustments. I mean, the recycling center is one that could need an adjustment
Yeah,
because of the rates from
Yeah.
Lebanon and landfill, they don't know them yet. So,
okay. I wasn't too worried. I figured if we kept it the same and we didn't ask for anything else, that we'd be okay right there.
Yeah.
So, all righty?
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, how are you?
who's next?
Sorry, you guys had.
What do we think?
Yes.
Budgeting tonight too? You put it on the rates?
So what was the bottom line at the end of all that for the cemetery?
It's the same,
This month and then this.
and then the 1,000.
Okay.
Sure. See, you know, my philosophy over life is if it isn't fun, I'm not doing it.
Exactly. I agree.
Second vote. I think you should.
I'm hot. So was some of that.
I just shut off, I had long sleeve on, so now I can't deal with that.
Can we say this?
Yes, you can.
So, first of all, I have a real problem looking at the hourly rates. Why does a employee at the solid wage make more than you do?
They don't.
Oh, well, here it says, this is your,
Yep, that's good, yep.
here it says,
That's because they're hauling the trash.
okay, that's the difference.
That's a difference, yep.
Okay. All right, then I can handle that. But I have a real problem with the manager is paid less.
What do you mean you can handle it? Does that mean that you're gonna start hauling?
I've driven many a fire truck and ambulance and tractors, I guess I do.
Road, we haven't to worry about, just traveling the road, just keep on going, that's all.
Okay, that makes sense to me, but when I read that, it's like, no.
Rick, you have $53,000 in the capital reserve fund,
I do, more than I know of that.
says recycling. I was wondering what your plan
Cabin, I didn't know I had that much in there, I was only,
That is for,
the closure fund, right?
yes,
What's it for?
the
Closure
closure.
fund.
Solid waste
Solid
closure.
waste.
fund.
Oh, in the event that.
Yeah, so we have to close it, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, thank you.
Yes, somebody had the foresight to say, you better start putting some money in there.
So, training, is there?
I'm gonna try to get my, I'm gonna try to get my CDL, so I can do my own
Oh,
trash, so that way
okay.
the road department will say, you know,
Okay, I just was
Yep,
curious.
that's what it's
That
for.
looked like
Yep.
it was CDL.
yep, that's what it's
Then
for.
you can separate the dump.
From the highway department, that way they can concentrate on his stuff, and you don't have to deal with me.
That's great foresight on your part. Thank you for thinking of that, because one of the questions I had was how would you make your department more efficient? And that certainly
Throw
would
them
save a
off.
lot of money.
Yep, put them on the other side of the gate where they belong.
So that frees up their time
Yep,
somewhat.
yes, they can stay on the road, yep.
Right. Good thinking.
And I assume, and I hope the answer is yes, that in your wages, you're including increase for everybody.
Yes, I am, yep, it's already in there.
What percentage you
I'm
have?
gonna hope to give Papa a dollar an hour more, Weston.
So you haven't figured a
No, I have
percentage?
not, no, I have not, no.
So it's just a dollar?
Yes,
that you're
yep,
thinking?
yep. Just been there a long time.
Exactly. Well, not only that, Rick, no employee should wait 10, 12 years
No,
for an increase.
no, exactly, I agree.
Okay, so as long as you address that.
Yep, I did.
I hope it's a balloon.
Yeah. Noticed that, I thought it was a bat or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, right there, yeah, maybe a balloon.
Yeah, I don't have any questions, I think it looks pretty reasonable. I mean, it's hard to tell, because you're in a position where you don't know what the ducking fees are.
No, I know,
There's no
exactly,
way to
I
know
don't
that.
know what Freddie's gonna go up to, well, I mean, we definitely don't get a clue what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, there's quite an increase in the hauling fees.
Yeah, because I mean, they're ridiculous, it's gonna go up, they say like 15%,
Yeah.
a lot of money.
So the dumping fees. are
That's
gonna
what
go
Lebanon's
up.
talking about, yeah, they're supposed to have a conference thing.
But what is, under here, it says hauling fees and fuel.
Oh, I didn't put that down like that, that's how it's always done. And then
What-
what it is Jeffrey can't, he hasn't been taking money out for the, he didn't give me a bill for the fuel on it, so. And his, the hours and stuff, I don't know how they've been taking their hours out. Cause that's why it says hauling fee and fuel, is what they were gonna do is take the highway department wages, I was gonna reimburse them, so I don't know what they're doing about it, to be honest with you. That's how it's set up like that.
Yeah, wages have been coming out of your,
Well, it didn't show on here. They weren't supposed to go out my regular wages, I don't believe.
yes. it
Oh,
is.
was it? Okay, well, then she set it up different. Because that's why the hauling fee was like that.
So that's what you're saying, the hauling fees
Yeah.
to pay?
Yeah, it should have been paid to pay Jeffrey, now it didn't set up like that, that's how it was originally set up.
Right, but it's not, because I have the figures right here.
Okay, well, that's news to me, so
What it, how much Steve has made so far.
I don't,
this
probably
year.
don't wanna know.
Why? No, it's not that bad. He made $4,316 for Steve hauling, and Patrick has made $750 for
But,
hauling.
no, I thought that's why that was set up like that, to be honest with you.
Originally it was,
Yeah, that's why,
but that's all changed.
yep, so,
So
So
you're
once you get your CDL
saying-
license, that will take that away, except for the
yeah,
fuel.
yeah, exactly, yep.
You'll
the
be back to
wages
your
for the
fuel.
guys that haul are supposed to come out of,
Originally, that's how it's set up, yeah.
Right. But it's not done anymore, the wages now are just added right down into his wage line.
Into Rick's.
Yeah, apparently, that's what he's telling me.
Does that not make sense then?
Yeah, well, what was going on before was we were trying to, we had a $10,000
Yeah.
line item, and we were trying to figure out what it was costing the town for us to haul our own trash. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's out of there. So I inquired, and I was given what Steve and Patrick both have gotten paid this year for hauling.
And how much did you say that total is that?
Steve got
$4,316,
$4,316, and Patrick got $750.
Who's Patrick, what's his last name?
Root.
Okay, how much was that figure?
$750.
So that's way,
That's about $5,000, right?
Yeah,
but you're still gonna have more.
I did, yeah, yeah, more, but I didn't realize that, I still thought it was coming out of there, that's why I kept looking, like, why ain't it going down?
And so that's supposedly add to that they take the fuel out of the.
Out of
Out of the haul.
yeah, out of the haul
Yes.
stuff, yep.
So I would say that 2449, yeah, that is for
Fuel
It's
so
basically
far,
for
yeah,
fuel,
for this
to
side,
this
so
point.
far, yeah, to this point.
Fuel only.
Yep, that's what, yep.
So-
So lower that down, I'd say.
Right, so that would be my question
Yeah,
is.
yeah, I would lower it down if that's wages coming out of the bottom line.
What would you consider lowering it to?
I really don't know what he's been, I haven't seen any of the fuel bills, so.
Right, but as of
When was that fuel thing done, you know?
a couple weeks ago, so go, you still have 3 months, let's
Yeah.
say, left on the fuel bill.
I'd cut it by $6,000 anyway, if you're gonna do that.
Cut it to
So-
6.
No, yeah, cut it down $6,000, because it shouldn't be more than $4,000 for fuel for the
Right.
next 3 months. You know what I mean, altogether, total.
Right, well, you've only spent
Yeah.
$2,500
Yeah,
for
so, yeah.
10 months, 9 months
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
can't you get those figures from Sarah?
I'd say so, yeah. Or I don't know how Jeffrey does it. I don't know if he does, I've never signed off any fuel thing, so. What are you looking at me for?
Well, they use the roll-off truck when they.
Yeah, they
when
haul gravel and
So-
everything, so.
And if they wanna haul gravel, they come down, put some can on the roll-off
Off and
truck.
deliver, yeah.
Fill it with gravel, so, I mean, he wouldn't know how to,
Do the fuel.
right,
No, nobody's saying anything.
No, but I'm just saying, I have not seen the fuel thing from Jeffrey.
No, I know. Well, just so it's out in the public, yeah, the cemetery went almost 10 months before they got billed for fuel.
So, yeah, I
all
can get
year
a bill.
long.
Yeah, so I can get a bill, who knows, tomorrow. I mean, I don't know.
And
Are you suggesting raising the wages by more, like $6,000 there or so?
no, he was
No.
talking under.
No, I
But if
understand
you
we
take
did the fuel, we're reducing that to 4,000. Are we moving the wages anywhere? Off of that line item,
Why would you?
all in fees?
Why would you?
Because our.
Because
our,
all of these are already included in the wages.
They already are.
We,
Yes.
we know
So
that,
we're leaving
Yes.
that
that's
aside.
40,000.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay, because I had the same question.
yeah,
Thank you.
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Well, I guess at this point, would you feel comfortable taking that down to
Yeah,
4,000?
yeah, might as well, I mean, unless he hits me with a whopper bill.
But remember that we still have a
Yeah,
few
yeah,
months
it's still, yeah.
and we
Yeah,
can, we can.
Right.
I'm more worried about what's going on in Lebanon is what I'm worried about.
Well, that's why, yeah, we're not taking and voting on anything tonight, because there's some departments that have questionables that are coming.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. We'll manage.
what about repairs to the roll-off?
Well, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, like the girls, I think, fix it.
Needs a new grill. Does it need tires?
Oh, yes, we need them too before it's done.
So you increase the repairs to 5,000.
Because Jeffrey actually was gonna put tires on that, and I told him to hold off till the budget gets passed, because I don't have enough money to put them on, so. The back.
But under repairs, you only put 5,000, you need to increase that.
Well, yeah, now that he's gonna, because I was just gonna move stuff around in my budget so I could cover all the repairs, but.
But go into it with what you need, you know, not hoping they can rob it from another line. You know, so if you need to increase that.
Do you have any?
For the repairs, I probably should, because the tires, I mean, that's what $4,000 just the tires in back.
Yes.
Yes, 50.
So what do you think?
No.
is reasonable?
No.
I go 9, that way I cover the tires.
You're
Are you
jumping.
here?
What?
You like to
I'd like to increase the wages to 9, that way I can cover the
Not
tires.
wages.
I mean, repairs, sorry.
To what?
9, that way, because the back tires are gonna be about $4,000, you already checked them out. And never mind the grill, I don't know what that's gonna cost me.
So you're talking about repairs?
Yes, ma'am,
Yes.
I misspoke.
To 9,000.
Yeah.
He's got over 15,000 last time he did.
What, revolving account, I don't know.
Yes.
We haven't been paying bills from Roosevelt's again. I got my bills for my glass, that's in revolving account, I'm just talking glass. Good. Tires that just went out.
We have the papers, so we. $17,583.89.
That must be an updated one. The
17,
last I knew was like 10 grand.
17 what?
17,583.89.
What way you spend that 89 cents?
Yeah, well, the thing is, it'd be nice to know what I have in it instead of me getting my
Yes.
10 grand and not knowing any more of that.
So,
That's what I was based on, what I had in there, that's what I got for a thing, that's the last one I got.
so what are we using this money for?
Yeah, that is, yeah. He's to use, supposed to use some of
Yeah,
that
for
towards recycling.
Like with stuff, paying the bills, like the TVs and all that junk that go out.
Right, the demo.
Careful how you word that, somebody's gonna think that you have a TV down there.
Oh, yeah, we do a whole box, you want some?
No, we already paid, get rid of them.
You collect money for what? The TVs, the
TVs.
tires?
Tires, demo, but it depends on how that falls in demo. What else do I collect from, I'm trying to think. Is that it?
Refrigerator.
Refrigerator,
Air
yeah.
conditioners,
Computer monitors, which fall on the TVs, so.
tires.
Tires, yeah, I already said that.
All right.
Okay, so then that money gets turned around?
Yeah, you know, I pay the
Instead
bills
of
there.
Hauling fees or?
Oh, that gets paid, because then I already send the bill to me, and I send the
So you
pay.
would write a check out from
Yeah.
the revolving?
Yeah,
account?
he wouldn't, the text town, treasury would.
Yeah, I don't. You don't get her going.
Okay. We'll take care of him.
Good, I'm glad.
Yeah, can't you see he's outnumbered?
Yeah, and he's in the corner, so to speak, because he has nowhere to go. There's 2 women on each, one on each side of him. Well, actually, 2 on each side, technically.
And I got the tripper.
Yep.
That's right. You've got the power.
Do you guys wear uniforms?
Actually, I've been waiting to order, I've been trying for like 3 weeks to order jackets, this, that, and the other thing through that, what is it, Cintas that the highway department uses. And I finally ordered them yesterday, because the guy finally got back to me. And that covers the boots, which you guys are gonna buy
Oh,
boots and all
once
that.
a year, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, that should have money on there, because I owned a pair of boots, and I had to pay for the Scotch boots last year, because we just got the bill on it.
You
So-
just got
So
that.
these are-
That's the reason why, when I looked at it, it said 0, I'm like, that isn't right, because there should be money already down there.
Okay, so that covers.
Yeah, boots, yeah, everything, yep.
Coats.
Yep.
Because you don't wear uniforms.
No, we buy jeans and all that junk with it. You know, clothes.
Oh,
We
for
got about
$1,000?
Well, we do what we gotta do, I mean, I ain't doing the uniform thing, because they rip you off. Ask Jeffrey, charge you an arm and a leg and you don't get nothing. So it's better off to buy them outright and wash myself and do whatever. That's what I'm doing.
But boots must cost about $250
Oh,
a
yeah,
pair.
they're up there, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Leaf looked into last budget time.
Yeah, because the pants that Wesley gets are $25. a
Yeah,
pair.
they're up there, yeah.
They're Dickies,
Yeah.
just Dickies.
Nothing fantastic. But,
Even a pair of jeans now is $50.
oh, yeah. But try to do the least things in Cintas it's crazy the way they do the billing. Jeffrey wish he had bought them all right now.
Yeah.
So do you feel that
Yeah,
happened?
that's fine, yeah, that's fine,
So
yeah.
how many people do we have down there?
Well, right now, we have me and Papa, and we have, well, actually, we have 4, but 3, because I alternate each other every day, Wednesday and Sunday.
But still, you have to
Yeah.
buy boots for
Yep.
them.
Yes, we do.
You have to buy jacket.
Yeah.
See?
Well, I don't need jackets, probably don't need jackets, because we got a number of them. It should work.
Yeah, if you go to the thrift store.
Hey. Clothes are clothes, man, you're gonna ruin them down there, so why pay all the doors
I
for them, you
know,
know?
right? But I just, my attitude about going into this budget is to make sure you have what you need
Yeah,
to
I'm
run
all
the
set,
town.
I'm all set.
Because you can get those pants at Walmart.
Yeah.
The Dickies.
Yeah.
And they're just like regular
Yeah.
jeans.
Yeah. And actually, you save the jeans because, or pants in general, because you wash them yourself, not with, like they're doing, they wash them with who
Yeah.
knows how many other pair, and what they use is, who
Yeah,
knows? Could be battery acid for all we know.
Detergent and stuff,
I don't have any more questions, I
I'm not.
guess, I'm happy.
I only have one
Yes,
question.
ma'am.
The difference between not doing the paper recycling,
Yep.
what does that effect have that on the bottom line?
Actually, not much, you know why, because they were up to like $50 a ton charging us to get rid of the paper, and it's $78 to get rid of the trash right now. And I've been trying to deal with them, because all this time I thought we had a contract with Casella through NRA, and guess what? We don't. So that's why we've been fighting, I've been, actually, every other week I've been on the phone with the NRA, and they're like, oh, we're working on it, so. And like I told you guys, I said, they didn't want to come back and tell me it's like $70, $80 a ton to get rid of the paper, because I won't put it back in the paper container, because it'd be a waste of money. I mean,
So,
think
but
about it.
it hasn't had a huge effect
No,
on the
no,
budget?
no. Nope. You figure we used to do that, paper container, what, twice a year anymore, something like that? So I mean, they ain't been taking up that much space in the trash container, so.
My mindset is I still am separating.
I do too.
I know, I just, I know, yeah, I know, I gotta get them to, I don't know what's going on.
I do, I've got a bucket.
Well, to get a hold of them people down there, get your hands up,
With the
it's
chair,
like
and I put all the
ridiculous.
paper in that, and
Yes, I tried to call that,
It's a
piece
hard
of my
habit.
plastics out.
It
Well,
is.
they're on a
but
bus
if you
tour.
stay with the habit and they do
Hey, you're
it
on a bus
again.
tour with my money, Oz, thank you.
Okay, so what did it change for the amount on this?
Holiday fees changed to 4,000.
And that's it?
No, any increase
Increase the,
the repairs
repairs.
to 9,000,
Gives me the tires and the grill on the truck.
so it's still
And
less.
the hauling went down to 6, right, no,
No.
4.
Or,
4.
So the bottom line is he's asking for 2,000 less.
Until you find
find out what Lebanon's doing.
what the,
Yeah.
what the hauling.
Ed's got a question, I see, well, they're picking it apart.
No, I'm just writing down notes, that's all.
That's because you're getting older. You're gonna forget.
So
You know me?
So you,
Yeah, I just get triple, I lose toes, digits, say, I keep losing mine, I don't have to worry about it, I'm with counting, you know, now it's 19, so.
So, I do have a question.
Oh, I knew you were gonna ask that.
That 5,300, that's just to count?
Yeah, just to do my, yep, see, yeah, I thought it was $5 grand, but you told us 53.
no, they went up, yeah.
No, yep, that's what it's for.
I just want it being known, that's all.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So that bottom line right now is 116,400.
And they go there for a month,
Yeah, yep,
and when you're done, you got your license.
yeah,
And they don't do it in the winter.
You have to pass your exam.
yeah, yeah. You take the truck down,
What'd
yes.
you say it was, 116?
116,400. Thanks.
You guys have fun.
Yeah, thank you.
You had Jeffrey tonight, right? Have fun.
Oh,
You got Mitchell up there, so. Somewhere, he was,
yeah,
somewhere there.
just went out. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You do.
It's, yeah.
That's gonna cost me $425 for the insert machine. Because he lost his toe, a little toe, and part of his, the bone went up the side. So because that part is gone, his foot wobbles in his shoes, and they don't want, this to happen and this go, so he's gotta have a insert. for his shoe.
I don't mess with your bones.
Yep.
Not only that, those type of things directly affect your balance and everything else.
Yes, and that's what they told him, he's got to, and they told him if he gets it wet, don't hang it up, because that will ruin it. So he'll have to dry it flat. So, and he's not diabetic. I don't know why not either.
We won't keep you, we'll take you in early.
Where are you?
Pretty good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
He should be excellent, he's young.
It is a PD interceptor.
PD Interceptor, that's, the cruiser, it's like the Ford Explorer, but it's the police model.
Oh, so it's like an upgraded Explorer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it has like upgraded suspension and stuff like that, just for police purposes.
okay.
Why would it say that?
Well, no, they said about the expenditures.
Oh.
Well, because there was $13,482 in the capital expenditures,
Oh, okay.
which
Yep.
was, you know, when you had budgeted 2,200, so I was wondering. But that's the name of the vehicle, I understand that now.
Yep.
Thank you. So you really only increased your budget 2.4%, which
Yep.
is pretty decent. Did you factor in the increases? I don't remember. I know you had supplied a comparison of different police chiefs and their wages.
Yep.
Does this figure of 141 include the increase?
Yep.
It did, okay.
Yep.
So I just found out tonight, in all these years, you get paid hourly, you don't get paid a salary?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, because she's got you down as an hourly.
Right,
Who's that?
Sarah,
Sarah.
as you down as an hourly wage.
Oh. Yeah, when I calculate, I guess, I think it has something to do with her computer system or something. So what I do every time, or pay period, is I do my salary divided by 2,080, which is the standard you're gonna have to.
Oh, because that's an area, that's really confusing.
Yeah, so that's
All
what
right, so you get paid your salary, that, all right.
yes,
Okay.
but that's just how it works out. If it would
Okay.
be hourly, then
Nobody
it's a 40
else
hour.
does, nobody that's on salary or stipend is figured out that way, so
I don't know why.
you're special.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah. So a lot of these line items, and I hate comparing to what you've spent this year,
Sure.
but a lot of them are way low than what you asked for.
Yep.
And yet you're asking for the same amounts this year. Can you just tell us reasons for that?
Yeah, I mean, we can break it down.
Well, say fuel, I
Yep.
mean, that's kind of hard to predict, I know, but,
Yep.
I mean, you only spent 1,800, less than 1,800.
Yeah, so for that, I'm figuring, so I'm budgeted for 2 full-time officers.
Okay.
Right now,
All right.
there's 1 full-time and 1 part-time. And if there was a full-time patrolman,
Gotcha,
he would add fuel a lot.
okay.
Like
And-
last year when there was, Officer Lugo was here, the fuel was more on track too.
Okay, that answers it. And the dispatch fees,
Yep.
why are you only asking for 4,000?
So. the
And I'm
dis-
sorry, I should have been here when you met with the selectmen, but I
Sure.
didn't know I should be here.
Yeah, no problem. So the dispatch fee, there was it was last year, we agreed that the selectmen would take the dispatch bill, because it used to be broken down by department. So that came out, but there was still our computer system
Right.
that we communicate with Hanover through. was still in my budget for this year. And I figured that just because it's not necessarily a dispatch bill, it's similar, but slightly different. So we actually double budgeted for that. So I budgeted for it in my budget for this year, and then the selectmen budgeted for it
The
too.
other half.
Yeah, well, the same thing, the bill for the computer system. So then, this year I'm taking that out because the selectmen paid for it, they have budgeted for it this year, and so next year.
Okay, okay. We just wanna make sure you have enough.
Yeah, and I think in there, I think I switched it to IT also, just that so I'm thinking that that's gonna go up, but I reached out to the IT guy and he hasn't gotten back to me yet with how much it's gonna go up. So I figured, based on other years, that it's probably gonna go up to about $200
Yeah.
or so. Yeah, because we're on the same, yeah.
So legal fees, why do you anticipate that you need less?
So it was, we're part of a prosecutorial association
Right.
with a couple of towns. The association switched the actual prosecutor, so now we're contracting out the county attorneys. Last year, the county attorney was on a fiscal year, not a calendar year. And so we swapped over, so last year, or I guess this year, we ended up having to pay for 18 months instead of 12 months, and so this year now it's going to
Go
be
back there.
Yeah.
Okay. What supplies is that? That's not even an issue, because you got that up here, but what supplies?
Supplies is paper, other,
Tumblers.
yeah, and other
Okay,
equipment.
pockets.
Yeah. And our phone bills were coming out of there too. So this year I created a new line item separating the phone bill. So I'm asking for less in supplies, but that money I just moved to phone and, was there another one?
Utilities,
Utilities.
it's a combined.
Okay, yeah.
And did you figure through your uniforms and stuff, if you were to bring on another full-time officer, you got enough in there to?
Yeah, so I figured on something, so like this year, because me and Sam just had to get more uniform stuff, so that's that 130% over budget. It's actually going to be even more this year. So I'm figuring that $2,000 is about what it takes to just outfit one officer, and then to maintain, you know, if I have pants that rip and stuff like that, other things.
Sell them.
Yeah, and this year might be a little bit high for uniform stuff because we did change our patches over to more professional looking patches. So that was an expense. But yeah, so $2,000 I think is if I could hold off on buying stuff for me for 1 year, it would be enough to outfit one officer. But I would have to hold off on not buying pants or new boots that year. But
Just out of curiosity, one of the towns that was not included in that survey was Danbury.
yep.
Do they have police
Or don't
department?
have any.
Yeah, right now I think they're trying to get a part-time police chief. So that survey, there were some other departments, but I did the ones that were close by and who had full-time police departments.
They're actually paying for a sheriff now, that
Oh,
patrols there.
Yeah, and we're paying detail rating for the sheriff's patrol, which is like $50 or $60 now.
He's 6'7".
Oh, really?
I bet it.
Don't mess with him.
One piece of them that came to our house one time, he had a duck.
Yeah, this guy's 6'7", I asked him.
Under the wages,
Mhm.
you have now a secretary, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Is that included in the wages?
Yep.
Or is there a separate line item for?
No, so I have it all in the wages, and in my packet, which I should have gotten, I break it down. So I have it as a patrolman, 50,000, chief 80,000, part-time officer
select board meeting, you know,
Right, that's-
Okay, I can get it from Sarah.
you did a nice explanatory job on that, thank you.
Yes, now they shun all of us because we didn't live up to your standards.
So that's already included in your wage.
Yep. Yep.
So what do you estimate for the, girl?